what's up, IGTV? It is your girl, Sasha Adams, owner and operator of Brows and Brides by Pink and the House of Pink, an intimate skincare company. I am back today with another IGTV lesson from a waxer. So as you guys know, obviously I've been waxing for quite a long time, and I wanted to just come on here really quickly and talk about ingrown hairs. A lot of times I do come across ingrown hairs in my clients who have either been shaving in between waxes or have never waxed before, etc., etc. So I wanted to go over a couple of points. So I'm going to go over about 4 points in regards to ingrown hair. So basically I'm going to talk about what an ingrown hair is first. So an ingrown hair is basically a hair that has grown in on itself, curled back under the skin instead of coming through the pore. So say this is the upper layer of skin. The hair usually would burst through the pore and grow. An ingrown hair, because of outside influences of some sort, has a tendency to do this instead. And what happens is it creates a bump underneath the skin. So that is what an ingrown hair is. So what causes ingrown hairs? Now there's a lot of different things and outside influences that can cause ingrown hairs. So basically the first thing is shaving. Sorry, not a fan of it. Don't want people doing it. It does nothing but cut the hair off bluntly, and it makes it more prone to getting caught underneath the skin. But there are some other influences that can cause an ingrown hair. Dead skin, clogging pores. So what happens is the dead skin slaws itself off and finds its way into the small, teeny tiny holes of your skin called your pores, and it blocks the hair from coming through, and the hair in turn curls in on itself and creates that ingrown hair bump. Friction and tight clothing, or friction from tight clothing, can also cause ingrown hairs. If you wear leggings a lot, you'll find that you may have hair that grows underneath a thin layer of skin on your legs that you can't shave off. I also notice that happens a lot with people who play sports that require them to wear long socks, like soccer players. Soccer players tend to wear those long soccer socks and the shin guards, and the friction from them tends to cause ingrown hairs on their legs, especially the lower leg. Too tight underwear that is not your size. The elastic band around the bikini line area or around the thigh area can cause friction, which can push the hair back inside of the pore, causing an ingrown hair. Let's see here. So we've gone through dead skin, we've gone through the constant leggings or wearing long socks. Also, hair that is very thick and curly, you're more prone to getting ingrown hairs. It's just, unfortunately, it doesn't matter what nationality you are, what race you are, thick curly hair tends to have, you tend to get more ingrown. So I'm talking about beards, I'm talking about underarms, I'm talking about bikini line, I'm talking about lower leg, upper leg, all of that. So those are some of the things that can cause ingrown hairs. Now, let's get to how can you treat them. So the first thing, don't pick them. Please. Do not pick them, because more than likely you're going to be using either dirty fingers or a dirty tweezer, and you're going to cause more harm than good. You're going to probably cause an infection, which is something that I can't take care of. You'll have to end up going to a dermatologist or a doctor to get antibiotics to take care of the infection, and they'll probably have to go in with tools and remove that ingrown hair. So here's a couple of ways that you can go ahead and get your ingrown hairs treated. First thing you need to do is go see a professional, preferably a waxer. They can perform a vajacial, which is a service that I actually offer here at Brows and Brides by Pink. I call it the Pretty Kitty Vajacial. Now, that is a treatment that will make the ingrown hairs easier for your waxer or your esthetician to remove. Now, they don't need to remove it fully, they just need to loosen it, unless you've come in straight after a wax. Now, as far as vajacials are concerned, I know everybody is starting to see all of these pictures all over Instagram of these, you know, pretty masks with flowers and petals and shit all over it. I am not going to bash anybody who uses those kind of products, but just understand that a lot of times things that are used for facials will not work the same way in the vaginal area. The products I use are made for the vagina, and they're made to treat ingrown hairs that pop up in that area. So basically, I just go in, I'm just going to tell you what it is that I do. I go in with a cleanser. Now, this is if you're coming in for a full vajacial. You go in with a lactic acid cleanser, and that will help to remove any dead skin out of the pores, leaving them open to receive the mask that will go on afterwards. The mask that I use has 3 different kinds of clay from Israel in it. And for some reason, these particular clays have this drawing out function in it. So once the clay mask is laid on, you will sit and let it dry. I do not use steam. I don't see the point. What's the point to using steam on a mask that needs to dry in order to suck out? Anyway, okay. So, not bashing anyone. You do how you do it. You take care of it how you take care of it. I take care of it how I take care of it. I do not use steam. I don't see the point. The mask is laid on, and we wait for the drawing out to come. So then after that, I go over with my tools that are clean and sanitized and my magnifying mirror, and I go in and pull out the ingrown hairs that are starting to poke through the pore. And then after that mask is removed, the ingrown hairs are removed, I go back in with a treatment lotion like my Intimate Skin Moisture. Okay? So that's one way that you can treat them. It definitely allows for easier ingrown hair removal. The second way to help to treat them, well, actually, that's honestly really the only way to treat them, is to have them removed, to be honest. There are some topical things you can do as well. Tea tree oil, things like that can help with keeping it clean, at least until, and treating the redness and the irritation until you can come and see your waxer or your esthetician to have the ingrown hair removed. But please, 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 do not pick them at home. It's going to be a crime scene. There'll just be a lot of blood, and you won't even be able to get the hair out. And if you do get the hair, congratulations, but you're going to have a really nice scar. And it'll be a dark spot, and you'll be upset. So leave it alone. How can you prevent them? Now, here's where we can talk a little bit. In order to prevent ingrown hairs, number one, don't shave, wax. Waxing removes hair completely from the root, and it will soften the hair so that it comes back thinner and lighter than it was before. That will also help it to get through the pore a little bit easier, okay? Exfoliation. Exfoliation is key to preventing it because it helps to get rid of any dead skin that may be sitting on the top layer. gets rid of all of that, it renews the pores, and it cleans them out, allowing for the hair to come out a bit more freer. And of course, you know, I make a really, really great exfoliator that has tea tree oil and lavender in it. It's sugar based. It's emulsified, so it will not make your tub slippery. It's not floating in oil. It will moisturize and help to clean the pores out. And you need to exfoliate at least 2 to 3 times a week in order to get that, in order to help to prevent ingrown hairs. I would say also stick to waxing, once again, and stick to a proper waxing schedule of every 3 to 4 weeks. I say about every 4 weeks of waxing for your bikini area, especially every 4 weeks is perfect. You can get into a great cycle. The hair will come back thinner and finer, and you will be less prone to getting ingrown hairs. And then also moisturizing. You wouldn't believe that you actually should moisturize the skin of your vulva. Believe it or not, it is skin and it needs to be treated as such. So moisturizing it also helps to stop it from being so dry, and therefore there won't be any dry skin to fall into your pores. Prevention. A pound, what is it they say? A ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. So that will be how you can prevent ingrown. So exfoliation, waxing on a proper schedule of every 3 to 4 weeks, moisturizing as well. Okay, so I hope that this IGTV lessons in waxing was helpful for you. Once again, I am Sasha Adams from Brows and Brides by Pink and the House of Pink, an intimate skincare collection located at 7835 Springfield Boulevard in Oakland Gardens, Queens, New York. And I hope to see you on the wax bed. Stay smooth.